You need to hear this if you're manifesting a specific person and you're wondering what your manifestation process is doing to their thoughts and their feelings. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, they are thinking and feeling things in accordance to what you are dominantly telling yourself they are thinking and feeling. Now, the reason why I can say this very confidently is because I've been in this game for a very, very long time. I have manifested multiple different SPs doing and saying multiple different things. Whether that's my current specific person that I'm in a relationship with, whether that's managers telling me that I was like a good employee, whether that was friends and family showing up and saying certain things, whether that's clients and viewers saying certain things. I have done so many affirmations for so many different specific people that they have reflected back to me the exact things that I was affirming. And for the instances when I've asked deeper questions, for example with Katie, they've just told me that it's been feeling things that just felt like they were their own ideas. They just kind of woke up one day thinking something in a different way, feeling something in a different way, but of course it aligned with the story that I was telling. But why is this the case then? Why does your specific person think and feel things in accordance to your dominant state or your dominant things that you're telling yourself that they are thinking and feeling? Well, your subconscious mind is the creative power of your reality. Your subconscious mind also takes in whatever you are dominantly feeding it through your thoughts, your focus, your awareness. So it takes in this story and then it connects you to everything else, kind of like a spiritual Wi-Fi, for want of a better term. Connects you to the people involved and therefore feeds them the script that is in alignment to what you have been affirming, visualizing, scripting, whatever techniques that you're doing. It essentially feeds them this new information to which they begin to take on. They begin to think, they begin to feel. But let's use an example. Let me give you like a real world example. So let's say that you're trying to manifest Deborah from the office. You sit there and you sort of say to yourself, Deborah from the office is head over heels in love with me. Deborah will begin to think and feel things in accordance to that. Now, it could be to the full extent that she thinks that she is just straight up in love with you. She could just wake up one day and actually be like, you know what, I really like this person. Or it could be things that would lead to that. I.e., they start looking at you and they think, oh, actually, you know, person is quite attractive. I like the way they do this. I like the way they do that. Oh, actually, you know, I'm kind of thinking about a relationship, and they catch you and they're like, oh, you know, this person's kind of interesting. Your subconscious mind takes the path of least resistance to get you from where you are, in this case, single, to where you want to be, in this case, in a relationship with Deborah from the office. So when feeding them the information that you are dominantly feeding it does it in a way that will get you from point A to point B. Sometimes it could just be straight up whatever it is that you're affirming. Like Katie downstairs, I affirmed that she thought we were compatible, and that was one of the first things that she said. Or it could do it in a way that kind of leads toward that, i.e., if we were to use the compatibility issue or situation with Katie, it could have been something along the lines of Katie thinking, oh, maybe I was wrong. We did do this really well together, but then actually this thing wasn't. So maybe we're compatible with some things, but not everything. And then that would build and build and build until eventually she thought we were compatible. Either way, once your subconscious mind is impressed with a story, it gets to work feeding whoever is involved with that story the information required to lead you down there. Obviously, most of you would have heard of the Bridge of Incidents, and this is exactly the case here. It may feed them the full-blown, we are actually compatible thought, or it may feed them things that are along that line to get them to that point at some point in time. Either way, if you are doing manifestation work regarding the other individual, they will be picking up on whatever it is that you are dominantly thinking and feeling.
I just wanted to take this moment to ask you, do you feel alone in your manifestation? Do you feel like you're a bit burnt out and you've been doing it for so long, but just no results and you feel like you just can't do it? Well, I actually have something to help you. Now, I have a service that I've been doing lately where I can script for you on a daily basis and then hold your desire in my mind as I go throughout my day, essentially manifesting for you. Now, I've done this for a fair few amount of people lately and it has been doing exceptionally well. In fact, here are a couple of success stories to show it. So if you desire my help with your manifestation, once you've watched this video, head down to the description and there you'll find a link to get my assistance service. It's incredibly great and you will not regret it.
Now, one thing that I do want to sort of preface with this as well is that this does work both ways. Like I said, dominantly thinking and feeling. So if you're dominantly thinking that they don't love you, that they're not interested in you, that they hate you, then unfortunately they're going to be having thoughts and feelings in alignment with that as well. This is why you want to stay as vigilant as you possibly can with your manifestation process to ensure that the stories that the specific person is picking up is in alignment with what you want it to be. Because you can manifest anything you like. You can manifest compatibility, soulmates, relationships, friends with benefits, short distance, long distance. Doesn't matter what it is. You can manifest whatever it is that you desire with this specific person. And when you're feeding your subconscious mind that new story through repetition, through being more dominant with that new story, reducing the amount of the old story that's coming up, and just the general manifestation process, your subconscious mind is essentially writing out that script. Think of it like a play or a book. It's writing out that script and it's going to hand it to this individual and essentially say, this is your role, now play it. And they'll begin to think and feel things in accordance with playing that character. If you can keep that in mind and you can honestly sit there and say to yourself that you are dominantly in the story that you desire to experience, then you can have the comfort anytime you do those affirmations, whether it's we're in a loving relationship or head over heels in love with me or something like that, you can have the confidence in that moment to know that they are going to begin to think things like, oh, I really want to be in a relationship with this person, or oh, it'd actually be really nice to be in a relationship with them, or I wonder what it would be like to be in a relationship with them. Or the other example, you know what? I really like the way that they do this. I'm actually deeply in love with them. I love the way they do this. I love the way they treat me. They're the best person for me. I'm head over heels in love with them. I didn't realize I was so in love with them. Things like that. Because like I said, your subconscious mind passes on what needs to get you from point A to point B. It takes the path of least resistance, therefore feeding them the story to get you to that position in accordance to that story. So if you're doing the work and you can honestly sit there comfortably and say that you are in that dominant state, your specific person is thinking and feeling things in accordance along the line of whatever it is that you are affirming for. If you take note of the people in your life, not just romantic partner, but other people in your life, they're going to be reflecting things that you're affirming. You can even try it as a little test. Pick a friend that you're kind of not fussed about their opinion and start to affirm that they think that you have a certain amazing feature, or they really enjoy you being in their life, or something like that. And watch how eventually they'll end up repeating that to you because your subconscious mind has fed them the script to do so, and therefore they show up for you that way. That's obviously just a little test, but once you kind of get on board with that idea and you begin to believe it and you begin to see it and you begin to have those experiences, you can then do it with your specific person, just like I do. Every now and then, if I once meant something specific from Katie, whether it's a compliment, whether it's a shower of adoration, whether it's something like that, I'll affirm that she says it. I actually used this in the example that I did a couple of weeks ago with this video topic of how I was having a bit of a rough day about, my parenting, for want of a better term. I just wasn't feeling too great that day and I was worried that I'd kind of, messed up a little bit. And I started to affirm to myself that Katie came and told me that I was actually doing a great job as a dad, that I was a great dad and such things like that. And not long after, she actually came downstairs and told me that exact words. So if you desire something from your specific person, there's no reason why you can't affirm that they say those exact same things, because they're picking up on exactly whatever it is that you are telling them is the case, or telling your subconscious mind that is the case for them. I know I did this video a couple of weeks ago, but that was an extremely long presentation. It was about half an hour, which obviously goes into way more detail than this. So if you haven't watched that video, I highly recommend you go and check it out. It will be in one of those little square things at the end of this video, so just hold out for that. But I had a couple of people say that they wanted a shorter version of this to just go back to when they needed a bit of a pick-me-up. So while I don't necessarily usually do a repetitive video so soon after, I did like the idea of having this as a bit of a pick-me-up video compared to a really long presentation video that people have to sit through in order to get that pick-me-up. The presentation is good for people that really want to learn the in-depth detail, and this is good to just have as a little reminder to go back to. So I hope you don't mind there's been kind of a revamp of that video so soon after, but there was a genuine reason behind it. And of course, this is a topic that everyone loves, so I'm sure if you're seeing this again after watching that other one, you're not going to be complaining. But thank you so much for watching today's video. If you need any help with your specific person manifestation, you want them seeing you differently, you want to be feeling differently, and you just want to feel like you're winning at this manifestation process, head down below to the comment section or the description, because there is a link to my Linktree where you can find the links to my website, where I offer tons of amazing services to help you do just that. And if you're really serious about manifesting them, I would be really serious with helping you do so. But if you're not quite looking for one-to-one coaching, but you do want additional help from me, such as worksheets, such as quick 10-minute calls, such as being access to the members-only live streams and such things like that, head down to that same Linktree, because there is the link to my membership, where if you sign up for the gold membership, you get all of that and more. Like and comment on this video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and click this playlist up here if you want to see more amazing specific person presentations. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.